What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily, and today we're going to be looking at some cool snakes in my collection, but I'm also going to show you how to set up a snake cheaply but efficiently. If you're getting into snakes maybe for the first time, maybe you're thinking about getting your very first ball python or boa or carpet python, and you just don't know how to set it up, and maybe you're younger, maybe you're even a teenager, and you don't know how to tell your parents, holy mackerel, I'm going to have to ask you guys for some money. I know when I was a kid, that I was petrified to ask my parents. I said, "Oh my God, I gotta tell them they gotta buy it." I remember when I got my first hamster, I have to buy a cage, I have to get a top, I have to get a water bottle, I have to get bedding, food, and plus the hamster. So here it is. If you're getting your first snake, a 10-gallon tank is usually ideal. I think Zoo Med makes some of these in plastic. This happens to be glass. I like the clean glass better, as long as it has a top. If you look at the top here, you gotta have a top that kind of clicks in and locks in. If you don't, the snake's gonna escape. That's a big thing. You can't just put a rock on top of it. You need something that actually latches and keeps closed. Otherwise, the snake will get out, and then your parents are really gonna be upset. All right, or your wife, or vice versa. One of the things you want to think about is, if I'm getting a baby snake, I don't want to get a tank that's too big. I know a lot of people want to get a big 20-gallon tank, because they figure, well, the snake's going to grow to 6'5" or 6 feet, and I'm going to need a bigger tank. I might even want to get. You can't put a baby snake into a small tank. They won't eat. They get stressed out, and you'll get a snake from a breeder, and you'll be calling them up and saying, "I don't understand it. The snake's not eating. You told me it was eating." And meanwhile, you got it in this huge tank. It's completely overwhelmed, especially ball pythons. So you need a smaller tank to start with, and then you can progress upwards as the snake gets bigger. The great thing is that snakes don't grow that fast, so you're not going to outgrow a 10-gallon that quickly. It might take a year or so, or more, depending on if you have a male or a female. Now, you need a thermostat. You need a heat spot. Now, you can use a Zoo Med heat pad, or you can cut your own heat tape. This is probably the easiest thing to do. You get this, it peels off. This thing sticks on the bottom of the tank on one side, and that's your hot spot. Okay, but then you need something to monitor the hot spot, because you don't want it to get too hot or it's going to burn your snake. So you need to get a thermostat. This isn't just an old thermostat I was using. I use this as a quarantine tank when I get snakes in. You can get any thermostat. They sell them on Amazon. They're pretty cheap, maybe 50, 60 bucks. Okay, the thermostat's going to have a setting. You can set it. Usually you got to figure out what setting you got to put it on to get to your about 88-degree hot spot. Okay, sometimes you got to put it on 90, 91 to actually get a real reading on here. Now every thermostat comes with a probe, and we tape the probe inside the tank so that we can actually see what the snake is actually feeling when it lays on that hot spot. So if I want to get an 88-degree hot spot, I put the probe right there. I set the thermostat, and I keep playing with the temperature until I get it. All right, I got to put it on 90 to get an 88 hot spot, and then you could forget about it. It's good to go. Now, what you want to use for bedding is up to you. I use paper towels because it's easier. But if you're setting it up and you want it to look cool, you can get Reptichip, which is coconut bark, a coconut husk. You can get aspen if you want. Coconut husk seems to be the new way to go. I like it if you only have a couple of snakes, because it absorbs urine and urates really well. You don't even know they're in here sometimes. So you can get away with cleaning, just spot cleaning. And you probably don't really need to change it very often, the whole thing. I use it on my tortoises, and it's great because tortoises go to the bathroom a lot. And I use it with my blue tongues, and they also lizards go to the bathroom a lot more than snakes do. So that's it. You need a tank, something that, a top that latches in some way so that they can't get out. You need some heat pad to create a temperature gradient in here so that they can actually bask after they should say lay and heat themselves up after they eat a meal. Okay, you need a thermostat to make sure that you can monitor what the temperature is of that hot spot. And then what I would do is I would put a high box. I would put a high box right over the hot spot so the snake can actually digest its food in kind of like privacy. And then put a water bowl on this side. How big the water bowl, it's up to you. Put a water bowl right here. And voila, you have a cage set up. It's not that expensive. Like I said, you can go on Amazon. You can buy all the Zoo Med stuff on there, or whatever brand you want. I just happen to think it's pretty easy. They have complete setups a lot of times. that you can buy, everything included. If you want to put a light on top, you can. You don't need it. Ball pythons don't need a light. But if you want to see the snake better, put a light on there. You could even put a timer on the light if you want, so that you can say, okay, you know what, at a certain hour the light goes on, a certain hour it turns off. And that's up to you. And if you want to put some decorations in there, that's entirely up to you as well. But this is the basic setup. It's not that bad. Once again, you're going to spend a lot more on the snake and on feeding the snake over the course of its lifetime than you're going to spend on the setup. So don't skimp. Get what you need. Don't put it in too big of an enclosure. All right, a little update on my blue Rhino Rat snake that has not turned blue yet because it's still a baby. We've got him up to now eating bigger pinkies. Started out on small pinkies. Now he's definitely grown in size a lot. I could actually see his rhino nose now a little better than it was before. And I've shown you him in the trees. I always take him outside usually, but he's just was kind of looking in the cage, and I figured I'd give you guys a little quick update. He's doing good. He eats pretty much every week. You know, he'll eat a nice big pinky now. Hopefully we can get him up to fuzzies pretty soon. And I can't wait to get him a little bigger and I can put him into like a cage where he actually, you know, can climb, and I can watch him and admire his arboreal nature. Very cool. And I got my little male diamond python here. I got from Tom Crutchfield. So I got my 2 females and my male, all from Crutchfield, all a year apart, same parents. And I'm growing this boy up. Obviously he's still tiny. He's doing really well though. Eventually he's gonna go into a nice big cage. I might even set all my diamonds up into like a big display cage. Not outside, I don't think. I don't know if I'm gonna have the balls to do it outside. It just get too worried. Predators and bugs and stuff like that. But I'm gonna try to set them up in a nice arboreal enclosure inside. Maybe all 3 of them together, once they catch up in size. Look at this boy, look how beautiful he is. I love diamond pythons. This is really, just recently I've really just fallen in love with them the last couple of years. They don't really need anything different. They're just a very cool snake in and of itself. A little update from this, you guys know I love albinos. My albino, possible super orange dream, definitely orange dream. I think she's super orange dream. Really, really beautiful snake. This is my holdback, but I actually have one. I don't even know if we have it listed, Pablo, do we? I have one for sale for sure, so if you guys want to get into this project, I have a couple more. I have a male and a female, so you can check it out. Either if it's not on Morph Market, you can contact me directly. But look at the contrast in that albino. It's just really, I mean, look how dark the oranges are. Orange Dream albinos are just, I'm telling you, people are missing the boat with these things. They're amazing. I think if we can get more into I can't wait to get like a super mandarin into albino. I think that might even be even cooler, to be honest with you, but we'll see. Anyway, just a cool update. All right, just a little update on this gorgeous, gorgeous female. We produced this clown combination. This is a banana blade, what I believe to be also hurricane. Look at all the purples in there. Clown. Pretty insane. Getting better so far with age. There's so many deep purples in this, and I really believe that's from the hurricane that's in there. Obviously you get that really dense dorsal striping, I think, from the blade. The mother was super blade, so every baby's blade. The banana works great with clown anyway, so I mean, banana hurricane clowns are insane. Add some blade to that, and wow, that's a nice looking snake. Can't wait till this one grows up. This was a great clutch. The end, this is I think the last clutch we had at the end of the year too. We ended on a bang. They're growing nice. I actually have some other clowns in that clutch that are really, really cool too, that I'll probably be selling some of them. All right, here's another really, really nice clown we produced, and this is a male. The other one was a female. This is the brother. And this is Banana, Blade, I believe Hurricane too, clown. Sometimes the clown unravels the Hurricane, so does Blade. The other one looked more Hurricane to me. This one's like really nice though too. This is actually, Pablo likes this one better. I like the other one better, but this one has a little lighter, more purples. Man, I sound like I smoked 20 packs of cigarettes a day with my little congestion thing I got going on here. But this boy wants to take off. He's going west, young man. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. I have my beautiful snowball python here, who I hope is going to be producing a clutch of eggs for me. A lot of people have been asking me. They love the TSK snows. They're so white. And I know, for some reason, the last 2 years, I haven't had a clutch. I had 3 years in a row this girl produced for me. 1 year we had a bad clutch, and then last year she didn't go. So hopefully she's going to go earlier in the season, and we'll have some eggs from her. If you like what you're seeing, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, hit your like button, and guess what? We'll see you back tomorrow morning.